So you've got the gear, you've carved out the time, and you are totally motivated to play your sport. But there's just one thing missing, right? A partner. It's a problem pretty much everyone has faced, and today we're going to look at a really cool new solution that's designed to get you off the sidelines and right into the game. Let's dive in. I mean, it's the classic dilemma, isn't it? You're all geared up and ready to go, but finding someone to practice with, a teammate for doubles, or even just a person to hit a ball back and forth with can be a massive challenge. And that frustration, that's exactly what keeps way too many of us from playing as much as we'd like. Okay, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll talk about the player's dilemma. Then we'll see how Sports Connect is changing things up. We'll get into exactly what you can do on the platform, how you can get started in just 3 easy steps, and then we'll take a peek at what the future holds. All right, let's kick things off with the heart of the problem itself, the player's dilemma. Why on earth is it so hard sometimes to find the right person to play with? You'd think it would be simple, but in reality, it's this complicated juggle. You're trying to match up skill levels, line up schedules that never seem to work, and find a place that's convenient for everyone. Your friends might be busy, or maybe they play at a totally different level. And let's be honest, reaching out to strangers can feel awkward. It's a huge hurdle. And this slide just nails the difference. Look at the left side, the old way. It's pure chaos. You're bouncing between a dozen different social media groups, texting friends of friends, calling clubs. It's a mess. Sports Connect just cuts right through all that noise. It gives you one single centralized platform where you can find your match. Simple as that. So that's the problem. And that, of course, brings us to the solution. A brand new way to find your game, one that's built from the ground up to solve these exact challenges. At its core, the whole idea is something called sports matching. Now, just think of it like an intelligence system. It connects players based on the things that actually matter: why you want to play, where you are, and what your skill level is. See, it's not just about finding anybody to play with. It's about finding the right person for you. And this quote, this really gets to the heart of the whole mission. It's about so much more than just logistics. It's about creating a certain feeling, an environment where sports feel more casual, more accessible. It's about growing the community of people you can share your passion with and just making it easier for anyone to get out there and play. So, what does this actually look like when you use it? Let's get into the specifics of what you can do on Sports Connect. I'm talking real-world scenarios here. Okay, picture this. The big tournament is tomorrow, and your doubles partner just bailed. Total panic mode, right? Well, instead of frantically calling everyone you know, you could just post a notice for a substitute with the exact date, location, and the skill level you need. Problem solved. Or how about this one? You just moved to a new city, you don't know a soul, and your entire sports network is back at square one. A platform like this lets you search by your new area and find local players who are looking for the exact same thing you are. Instantly, you're building a new network. And get this, it's not just about finding people to play against. What if you're a total beginner and you want to learn the basics? Or maybe you're an intermediate player trying to finally nail that backhand. You can actually use it to connect with experienced players or coaches who are offering lessons. Now, this one is really cool. Imagine you're traveling, maybe even internationally, and you brought your gear with you. You could use the platform to find a local game, connect with players in a completely different country, and add this amazing, unique experience to your trip. So when you put it all together, the possibilities are huge. You can find that regular practice partner, recruit that last-minute sub, find a coach, or even list yourself as one, organize a whole practice session for a group, or just plug into a local sports community and make some new friends. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. This sounds awesome, but is it going to be complicated to use? Well, good news. Let's break down how you can get playing in just 3 super simple steps. Seriously, it's this straightforward. First, you just browse the listings or use the search with your own criteria, location, sport, skill level. Second, you find someone who looks like a good match and you send a contact request. And third, once they accept, you work out the details and that's it. You get out there and play. And a few other key details make this whole experience really smooth and safe. First off, it's totally free to browse, post, and contact people. To protect your privacy, all the communication happens through in-app messaging, so you don't have to give out your personal info. And to make things easy, there are templates to help you write clear posts. It's all designed to be welcoming for everyone, from absolute beginners all the way to pros. All right, for our final section, let's look ahead. Where does a platform like this go from here? The vision is all about growth, more sports, and way more connections. So right now, the foundation is being built with table tennis. And that's a smart move, right? It lets them perfect the platform, build a really strong and secure system, and get everything just right before expanding. But the ambition definitely doesn't stop there. The plan is to grow into other racket sports like tennis and badminton, and eventually a whole lot more. The goal is for this to become the go-to matching platform for athletes across a huge range of sports. Ultimately, the vision is global. We're talking about building a platform where language isn't a barrier because the sport itself becomes the common ground. Just imagine being able to connect with people from totally different cultures, all through a shared love of the game. It's a powerful idea. So, the next time you get that itch to play, just remember that the perfect connection might be just a few clicks away. The only question left is, whether it's a new rival, a new teammate, or a new friend, what connection will you make?